seems to need an additional card, so we might have to go back to deck building for that. And we'll go Gaben actually. We'll keep the energy flowing. Will Q still be free after the release on Steam? Yes, so Q will be free as it is on mobile, and we are looking for a full launch on PC on like mid-April. That's what we're aiming for. Early summer. It's going to be an interesting month, few months to get there, but we're really excited. I mean, the demo, the team have put so much work into the demo, and I've been hearing loads of positive things about it. But they have done an amazing job to get this ready for Next Fest, because we were really wanted to get you make sure it was in your hands for this week. But yeah, if you have been enjoying Q this week, we started as a mobile game, so you will find Q. You can still find us, you can still play us. You just need to download us on mobile from your respective app store, so you don't miss out on your gaming and your gains. You get your Q fix for the week. Okay, right. Let's keep game designer coming through. Like I said, we're kind of learning as we go with these. I'm just gonna throw animated down. I know I haven't played. Oh, I need to play animated twice. Legend God Pro, you did win something. So you were one of the winners of our community big shot raffle. So congratulations, you are taking home 2,500 gems and a limited legendary of your choice. So congratulations. We have 2 more winners to announce, so stay tuned. We're going to announce them after this game. We're just going to kind of warm up, see where game dev takes us. We'll probably have to go back into the collection view to read through the cards and kind of put together some plays. Okay, Programmer seems like a decent card. If your deck has 4 or more game dev cards, your game dev cards, wherever they are, gain 9 power until played, and you repeat if you have more. I have all of them, so that's brilliant. Let's go community manager, and this is a bad play because I am not winning, but I might win the turn and get that permanent power from quantum tunneling. Dang, that's a lot of gems. Yeah, well, we wanted everyone, because it was people had to come onto the PC demo, then they had to go into Discord. You put a lot of legwork into kind of entering the competition. We wanted to make it worth it, so it's been a big week of big prizes. We've had our content creator go live, Games for Dads, who did some amazing streams on Friday and Saturday. Lots of gems up for grabs. Game dev's best deck in the game. Yes, well, in the right hands, game dev can be very strong. Mine are not quite the right hands. We're going to be learning, because this is the first time I've actually played with the deck. I've not played the game dev deck before. Let's hold that for... Actually, we'll go Half-Life there. I'm going to go Producer. I know I need to keep that in my hand, but I really want to get Sound Designer back with Narrative Designer. Game dev playing game dev is a sight to see. Yes. I remember when the live ops team said that they were going to make a game dev, because it was part of our 5th birthday. So Q was turned 5 last October for the mobile game, and we did a game dev collection to celebrate that. We were all like, wait, we're going to be on the cards? I don't want to do this. Right, okay, let's go QA here. I downloaded it in 2023, but recently got it back on. Awesome. Are you enjoying it? Has it been a smooth transition? One of the things that we've been kind of trying to do with Resurrection Season and stuff is make sure that people that come back to Q after a little while don't feel left behind. I think that was a lot of community feedback, that we're people take a break and they feel like they kind of new cards get released, and then the power kind of creeps up. So our Resurrection Season was aiming to kind of smooth that return. So we hope you're having a good time. Okay, game dev. We have come across a Legend of Robin Hood deck, which is currently kind of running Q. Well, not running Q at the moment. It's definitely one of those better options. So don't take this. I won't be disheartened by this. We'll keep pushing on because we're already seeing some really nice power from our content manager card. Let's throw down. Let's see if we can claw our way back, or if they will grant us some mercy. Oh, they will. They will. They'll let us. They'll spare us. Let's send an oversized emoji their way. Okay, we need to start actually thinking about how we're playing the cards. What we're going to do is, after this game, we'll let you guys know the last 2 winners of the Big Shot raffle. Then we'll take a little read through each of the cards in the collection view, and then we'll go straight back into a game. When we're a bit more equipped to deal with what's coming at us. So we have played Animator. That looks like it's going to be a decent card to play there. I think I kind of want to keep Back-End Engineer here, because it's a turn start ability. So if I am losing the round, my game dev cards, whatever they are, gain 11 power for 3 turns. So it's going to constantly keep boosting the cards in my hand, the cards that are coming out of my deck next. So I want to hold that for as long as possible. Okay, we are winning. And I know I just said that was a hold card, but I think my only option here is Game Economist is going to give me some good power. We'll go Lord Gaben and just hope that we can get some. We'll get 3 game dev cards back in the next turn, which I think is going to be enough to maybe increase this league slightly. Okay, we've done a decent job at. Oh no, we haven't done. We have done a decent job at cycling those. So sound designer and narrative designer will be played together. And we'll throw down Half-Life. Ooh. Okay, we're playing it risky here. Hope they don't have a 500 turn. But yeah, guys, if you do have any feedback for the QPC demo, we really want to hear it. We know there's only sort of like a day left of Next Fest, but even if you're kind of thinking like, I kind of wish I brought up this bug I found, hop into our Steam community hub. You can find it on our Steam page, which is, you can find that through banners on our homepage, and post in our discussion forum. We'll be answering questions. We'll be in there. That's the place to find us over the next sort of like, well, until launch probably. I keep saying 2 days, but we'll probably like be sitting in there until launch. We'll be keeping you up to date on everything happening, so you don't miss a thing. Okay, data scientist sounds cool. Analyst. It's funny when like as a developer and I'm playing these cards, I kind of like every time I'm playing like QA, I think of the person that works in QA at Q, and I'm like, yes, okay, I'll play you here, and I kind of like think in my head their names. But yeah, the game dev deck is one of the stronger options at the moment. It's a good deck to aim for if you're a new player and you've just come out of the tutorial. You kind of like maybe spent a couple of weeks in leagues. It's a really good deck to aim for. We have trading in our game, so Q is a TCG. Oh, he's getting a good games already. I think I might be finished here. But yeah, Q is a TCG, and we don't currently have trading available in the demo. But if you hop onto our mobile version, you'll be able to get involved with fusion, crafting, shinies, trading, be able to visit the store as well, which will all be in the full launch of the PC version of Q. But yeah, game dev, it's fairly easy to trade for, because like I said, these are non-limited cards, which generally there's a bit more availability, and you'll be able to trade for those. Okay, wait, no, I don't want to do that. Okay. It's a valiant effort. Legend of the Robin Hood is a strong option at the moment, so I won't get too disheartened. It's our warm-up game. Hopefully we don't carry on with how we started off for yesterday's stream. I think we went an hour and 14 minutes without winning the game, but that's that. you're live on Games with Dads. Oh, thank you for hosting us. We hope your live streams went well. I tried to tune in when I could. It was brilliant to actually be a guest on a live stream. That was a lot of fun. Is it possible to find the players cross-platform? I believe it is, but there are a few features in queue right now, including friend games, which are a lot. So you won't be able to like request battles from people. I will have to double check whether the demo actually has cross-platform play in it. But I'm pretty sure that when we get to the full launch, you'll be able to play mobile versus PC. But you know, pop the question in the Steam Community Hub, and we'll be able to get one of the devs that actually knows what they're talking about. They'll be able to confirm that. But I'm pretty sure you'll be able to play with your mobile friends. Okay, guys. Okay, I have the last two winners of our Big Shot raffle, which is a very deserved winner actually, because they've been doing such a good job with Next Fest and their streaming. But our fourth winner of the Big Shot raffle is actually Games for Dads. So I think he's in the Steam chat right now. So congratulations. That's 2,500 gems your way, and a limited legendary of your choice. I promise you it's not rigged. We had, how many entries did we have? We had 77 entries. It's always the regulars that seem to just like, I don't know, if you like got onto my PC and changed a few settings. But congratulations, Games with Ads. Your gems will be sent through tomorrow. And let me know if you want to send me a DM on Discord what limited legendary you'd like to take back. But the fifth winner of our Discord Big Shot raffle event is Flatlined. Congratulations, Flatlined. You have just won yourself 2,500 gems and a limited legendary of your choice. So yeah, congratulations. Hello everyone in the chat. How do we choose the lemonade, by the way? If you have won a Big Shot raffle prize today, you can send me a DM on Discord, but I'll also be posting the winners in Discord tomorrow. So just keep your eyes peeled, eyes and ears open. But yeah, congratulations to Flatline and Games with Ads. It was really cool seeing that event. I saw some monster turns. We had like 1,500 turn from someone, which is just like crazy. I think I only managed to get like 600 go through. Fix. Yeah, when I did the raffle and it landed on your name, I was like, oh no, everyone's gonna think this is rigged, but it wasn't. And I was like, I have to stay with that winner, because then if I just skipped you, then that would be rigged. So congratulations, and a huge effort this Next Fest weekend. It's been amazing seeing some of our content creators and people going live on Twitch. I think someone jumped into the stream yesterday and they were sort of saying, are we going to do a little bit more tournament play? And I think that's a really exciting thing about the PC demo, is like people have, because it's quite hard streaming games from your phone, but now we're on PC. I don't see why we couldn't try out people like screen sharing their games, and then we'll have a couple casters like kind of go through the motions on how the game's being played. I think that would be a lot of fun. But we'll have to like practice our casting a little bit. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some pretty good casters in our community as well, so plenty to look forward to with the PC version of the game. Okay, right, I'm going to quickly go through some of the freebies up for grabs today. So we have our third and final card for Next Fest, our free card, and it's Lord Gaben himself. So use code NEXTFEST3, which you can find our code redeem option in our settings up here for Android and PC users. For our iPhone friends, you'll have to kind of go in through the back door a little bit due to some app store things. But if you go on to some cards like Ionic Column, we have some secret link redeem portals that you can take. So cards like Ionic Column, Pacific Gull, Rosetta Nebula, there's plenty of cards. But if you need some help in finding the cards, or if you need one of the cards, hop into our Discord server, which you can find from the settings, and someone will be able to help you out. But yeah, there's plenty of cards up for grabs, and there's also the Turn the Valve code. So if you've just finished the tutorial and you're a PC gamer, well, if you've been playing Q for a while, you can have that as well. It's a pack of 20 cards that are really going to take your deck building options to like the next level. So make sure that you don't miss out on that. Right, let's carry on with where we are. Okay, we currently are kind of exploring our game dev deck. So we've been climbing through the ranked game mode that we have. So in queue right now we have a few game modes. We have leagues, which is our like competitive scene. We have casual, which is kind of like a friendly match situation, but we have different energy rules, and it's a really good place where you can like try out your new decks without the risk of losing shields, which is what we've been gathering. So in queue we have 20 ranks altogether, and each week our league changes. So at the end of each week, at the end of each league, depending on where you finish, you get a set amount of rewards, and you can work your way all the way up to Dragon. Now Dragon is not going to show on the PC version, it's a little bit of a bug, but there are exclusive prizes in Dragon. So if you are top 500 and top 100 globally on the leaderboard, you will earn yourself some exclusive cosmetics. So be sure to check that out on the mobile version. It will all be in the PC full launch as well, so you won't miss a thing. But we are currently on 5 shields in Dragon, so we're working our way to the card back cosmetic. That was kind of our aim, and I think the threshold, I think to be in the top 500, I think we needed 50 shields. So we're going to see if we can make any more progress towards that. We didn't make a whole load of progress yesterday, but we'll see how we get on. But we are going to be taking our game dev deck, which we're going to have a little read through the cards, because in queue the timer for each round is around 30 seconds, 25 to 30 seconds, so it's quite hard to kind of get your bearings sometimes. So let's have a little look through. So we have Director, which is a non-limited rare card. On return, your game dev cards, wherever they are, cost -1 until played. So this is a really nice energy management thing. This is going to bring down the cost of our cards. So this card costs 8 energy to play, and when this returns from the game, from the turn board, the arena, the battle, your game dev cards, whatever they are, cost -1 until played. So that's a really nice option to bring in, so you can actually play your cards, especially in a survival week with the energy rules that we have for this league. We do have a few ability triggers to show off as well. So as you saw, this is return. I'll be able to like articulate it a bit more when we get into the game, but essentially once you've played your card and then that card returns to your deck, this ability will activate. And we have a few others. We have on draw, so this is when your card gets drawn from your deck to your hand, and then that ability will activate. On play, pretty self-explanatory on play, so when you play the card. And we also have turn start, which is a good opportunity to go through our producer. So on the start of each turn, your game dev cards in hand are going to be gaining 10 power this turn. Now generally with turn start cards that boost your cards in hand, it's a really good idea to keep that in your hand. It's almost like an engine, almost like a little bit of a motor powering up the rest of your hand as it kind of flows through and into the game. So when we see this card, we're going to try and keep it in our hand as much as possible. Let's have a little look. You could put it in 1 bug so QA could be activated. Yeah, I did see when I was like working through the game, I was like, we need to probably have a little look at that. I did want to include some of our Half-Life guys, our Steam theme cards, but we might have to do that because I know that QA is a pretty huge buff. Yeah, we might need to activate that. I wonder what kind of bug cards we have. We'll have a little look after we talk through some of the cards. So we've got Data Analyst. Your direct card, wherever it is, costs less energy until played. And your game dev cards, wherever they are, with 50 or more base power, gain 20 power this round. Okay, so Data Analyst, let's remember that. That's a bit of a round booster. So some of our abilities in queue, they basically, the buffs that they give to other cards can last for various amounts, various durations. So we have until played, so it's a pretty self-explanatory. So the director card will benefit from this ability until the director card is played, and for the play section of this turn, our game dev cards are going to be boosted for this round. Let's have a little look. We have another turn start card. If you are losing the round, your game dev cards, wherever they are, so it's really nice. That's a really nice card to stay in your hand actually. Gain 11 power for 3 turns. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to keep back-end engineer and also our producer card in our hand as much as possible. Move over to game design. Let's take a look at this card. So on draw, so this is as soon as your card comes from your deck into your hand, for every unique album in your deck, your game dev cards, wherever they are, gain 5 power until played. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a rainbow requirement here. So we are gonna have to like maybe chop and change a few things, but we have rainbow decks in queue, and it's probably better starting off by saying we have albums in queue. So we have collections, so Game Dev is a collection. We have 7 albums, so currently we're working within the Science album. But for every unique album in your deck, your Game Dev cards, wherever they are, gain 5 power until played. So even if we could sneak in maybe a Life on Land card, we could be boosting the power we're getting from this, which seems pretty optimal. And I think I've been told in the chat that, yep, needs to be pretty optimal. Game Dev shines with Rainbow. I suggest Theory of Everything, Lightspeed Travel Dragon, some other boost all cards. I use Assassination Bug for these 7 energies to your opponent cards. Okay, so we've got some really good recommendations in the chat, which is going to be really helpful. Cool. So we're going to talk through the rest of. We're going to fly through some of the cards. And then we are going to take some of these community suggestions actually and put them into motion. Okay, so we know a little bit about Sound Designer. So your Narrative Designer card in hand gains 30 power this turn. So we kind of want to be taking Narrative Designer and Sound Designer as a combo because they work pretty well together. So I think we're pretty clued in on that. Okay, our Community Manager. For every non-game dev card in your deck, your game dev cards, whatever they are, gain 2 power permanently. Okay, so if we've thrown a few more albums, we will generally kind of hit this requirement. So that's going to be boosted as well. For every game dev card in your hand, your opponent loses 6 power per turn this turn. Okay, that's a nice one to have. So another target that our cards can target is power per turn. Now, when we get into the game, I'll be able to like show you where this is, because I think we're gonna probably cover the makeup of the screen and kind of go through what some of these symbols are. But essentially, we do have power per turn in queue, so it's like kind of background power that you can build up away from your card. All in all, powerhouse cards. I think we covered that pretty well when we were playing it. So the more game dev cards we have, the stronger they are. Animator. If you have played Animator this game, your game dev cards, whatever they are, gain 20 power this round. Okay. That's going to be a really nice round buffer as well. Okay, let's have a little look through the other ones. Obviously, we've been talking about Lord Gaben, but for every game dev card in your deck, your non-game dev cards, whatever they are, gain 2 power until played. So Economist, straight up, keep playing it. It's going to be a good time. Okay, let's have a little think. Let's go. Let's try find a bug card to swap out. I think we are going to maybe let's take out Half-Life just for now, because we played Half-Life the most. And we are going to replace it with another card. Now, we'll have to see. We'll type in bug. At the moment, our deck building feels a bit clunky on the demo. So it's going to be a little bit of a... let's go Assassin Bug. That's going to be nice. But we are going to be refining it. We'll have some drag and drop options. And one thing that you'll see in the mobile version is that we have filters, which makes it really easy to like go through the different albums. And obviously we had a lot of feedback about the size of the cards. Again, something we're going to be working towards. But the team have done an awesome job at getting this ready. So okay, we have fulfilled the requirement to activate our QA card because it requires a bugs card. That's going to be a good time. And we also have snuck in an extra album here. So we're working with our Life on Land album. It might be worth just throwing in some of the cards that you might have as beginners, because we're really interested in this game designer card. For every unique album in your deck, your game dev cards, whatever they are, gain 5 power until played. So what I'm actually going to do, I think we can remove these Steam themed cards just for now, just so we can kind of see if we can get this game designer card really ticking along. Let's go. I think we're going to go, because we've lost a bit of energy management. We're going to throw in Ghost, Ghost is a really good card for new players that gives you some really good energy boost. So on return, you gain 1 energy per turn permanently, and if you lost the turn, gain another energy permanently. Because we lost Gaven, which was giving us like a lot of energy reduction, we're going to throw in Ghost, which is from our Arts and Culture album. Let's have a little think, and I think another card that you're going to come across on your queue adventures that is a pretty staple card is Martin Luther King Jr. So you play your cards in hand, gain 20 power this turn, and if you won the turn, gain 1 energy permanently. So we're just going to throw those in for now, just because it makes it a bit easier, because you probably would have seen them before. Here's what I use, building on that rainbow type. Also for this week, Scorpion Fly works well to drain the other player. Yeah, I can see Testudo in there. I think we'll move on to Testudo. We'll keep building this deck as we go. It might be quite interesting to see where this ends up at the end of the stream. But let's get into some more games and see if we've cracked. We can draw a little bit more power out of our game designer card. But yeah, please, if you're enjoying the PC demo, there is still time to leave your feedback in our Steam Community Hub. You can also keep posting there whilst the demo is offline, because we will be after your feedback, and we'll be keeping you up to date on everything to do with our global launch. Be sure to follow our socials as well, and keep your eyes peeled in our news posts for any updates. It's going to be an interesting time, and I can't wait for this to be on PC permanently, to have trading and everything. It's going to be hard for me to go back to the mobile version as like more of a PC gamer, but we'll cherish it while it's here. So if you haven't played the PC demo yet, just give it a go. You give us a wish list as well if you can. Thank you so much for all the support, feedback and wish listing you've all done so far. It's been absolutely amazing. But we're going to go straight into the game now. Right, okay. Let's think about what we learned. Okay, so we learned that Programmer is a card that we really just want to be throwing this down at any possible time. Animator, we can unlock this play ability once we have played it, so we'll get that done nice and early. Producer and Backend Engineer are going to be ones that I want to hold in my hand as much as possible. And I think we go Game Economist. I think Game Economist will be a good move. It's a decent first hand to get us underway. Yeah, I was going to cover some of the makeup of the round as well, wasn't I? Okay, well this looks like Game Dev versus the Immortals, and the Immortals is like a bit of a buzzword for us because it was it ran a bit rampant. It must have been about 2 years ago now. Immortals was top dog, so we'll see where they sit now against Game Dev. Okay, Content Manager. Content Manager is okay to play down. This. For every Game Dev card I have played, I haven't played a lot, but I think we kind of just want to be throwing cards down at this point. And I'm going to go Technical Artist there, and I want to keep Community Manager flowing as much as possible, just build that permanent power. Okay, so like we mentioned with our Technical Artist, for every Game Dev card in your hand, your opponent loses 6 power per turn this turn. If you're wondering what this is, where is it? Here. This is the power per turn. We have like special decks in queue that will directly try to boost this, and essentially what this does is if we have permanent power, that's power that we're going to get at a threshold at the start of each turn. Without even playing cards, that power is going to remain there. So it's just another target for your cards to work with. No, I don't want to play that just yet. Sound Designer. I want to hold Sound Designer. Oh, I'm running out of time. Let's go Data Analyst, Backend Engineer, and we'll have to go Artist. That's fine. But we do have power per turn decks because there's a lot of cards that will permanently boost that power. And I think in our Steam Community Hub, and I keep plugging it, but really there's lots to get stuck into there. We do have some guides on some of the more common deck types that you'll find in queue. So if you hop over to our Steam Community Hub and into our guides, you'll find some linked YouTube videos. Again, our YouTube is a really good place to get some like onboarding material as well if you're curious about queue. But hop into there and that will be able to, I think there's a rainbow one that's going to talk about the burn ability as well. So there's plenty to get stuck into there. Okay, let's I want to kind of wait for sound designer for this, so that's fine. Okay, we lost that turn, but it's good because then that ticks this requirement and we gain an extra bit of energy, which is really nice. Okay, game design is now going to be giving us 20. Okay, that's better. I think it was giving us 5 before, but now it's giving us 20. And I want to play it here because generally when your cards are cycling through your hand, a very basic tip, very basic tip, is the card you play in the left slot is going to come back sooner, as a little bit of a hierarchy. So we work left to right. There's a little bit of intricacy with like making sure that your cards cycle at preferable times so they don't like clog up your hand like this. But again, that's going to be something a little bit more advanced. But if you are curious, our Discord has some really helpful community mods, members, community mentors, legends that are going to help you out with your queue adventures as well. So be sure to check out our Discord. All right, so let's have a little look. That's I'm a bit torn here because I want to play these together, so they keep coming back through my hand together. But I also actually we can do that. We can you can wait for a round. That's fine. Until played. Okay, it's all until played. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, throughout our streams this week, our community have been giving us a lot of tips actually for new players, because obviously with Nextfest and Q being on PC on demo, we've got a lot of new players tuning in. So if you are interested in grinding through the leagues, a good tip that was sent in was within leagues, they rotate weekly, and so do the rules. So we have arenas that make up 5 rounds, and within these arenas you can get specific buffs to specific sets of cards. Let me just play this and then I will tell you what I mean. So currently we're in an arts and cultures arena, which is a lovely RT pink style arena, but currently your cards from the arts and culture arena are going to be getting a 10 power boost, but also if you play to a specific collection, your Aztec mythology cards are going to be gaining 100 power, which is a lot, especially as a new player. So one thing that we really recommend is to build decks. If you're struggling to think of like some direction you want to take, is to build within these arena boosts. I'll show you where you can find them outside of the game as well. So Aztec mythology would be a really good one to build for this week, as well as mollusks, worms and water bugs and space oddities. And I'll show you where you can find more information about our arena rules very shortly, because we're taking the first win of the day. It didn't take us that long. We rambled a bit because it's only our second game, but we're 55 minutes in and we get our shields, which is very nice. We're going to throw a good game here as well. Best bug for this deck, I would say Driver Ant or Fire Ant. For history, I'm using Nzinga, but Ponzi would probably do awesome too. I think I might have Ponzi as well. We might also... I think we'll keep it simple until we feel like we need to change. What was I going to do? I was going to do something. Oh yeah, the arena rules. So I know we're talking about grinding through the ranks here, but our leagues rotate every week. So they refresh on a Monday morning. So we've only got 20 hours left of this league, but you can find the featured arenas by swiping through. So currently we have specific collection boosts to Turbulent Shooters, Grand Designs, Mollusk, Worms and Water Bugs, Beautiful Butterflies, Aztec Mythology and Space Oddity. So if you're a new player playing Q and you're heading into League right now, these will refresh tomorrow. So you have a brand new set of collections to work towards, but really recommend building decks around that. It's a really good way to kind of get your bearings, learn about some of the collections in Q and the cards. So really recommend that. Another thing to keep in mind is we also have refreshing energy and power rules. So currently we're playing a bit of a survival league, which is when we start with loads of energy. So we're starting with 230 energy, but our energy per turn, which is kind of like our battery, might say that, is at 0, so we're not going to be getting any passive energy back, which you generally do have a little bit of source. So you kind of have to be really wary that you don't run out of energy, or you have some cards that are going to give you a little bit of energy per turn, which we do have with Ghost. But yeah, that's a really good tip when someone gave. And I think when I first started playing Q for the first time, I was building decks to the league boosts, and it was a lot of fun. And I kind of like, you know, you kind of find cards that are your homies in the end. Because I look back on like cards like Helen Keller, and I was like, that was a good time. That was a good time. Right. Okay. We are going to stick with game dev, just because I think it's quite fun to like learn it together, and you guys have been really helpful with giving good tips on what cards to implement where. I know we have all of the game dev cards in our deck. I don't know if that's optimal. I don't know if anyone in the chat knows if that's optimal, or it's actually good to take away some of them, because I'm kind of preferring. There's a few that I'm like, maybe this I could find a better version. Okay, here I'm just gonna throw down these whole cards. I know I've said that I should keep them in my hand, but we're just gonna go with that. Yeah, we could try a Testudo. Testudo for Martin Luther King might be good. Okay, here we mentioned that we have Game Designer. This is kind of what we're building our deck around. So generally, if you're looking for a bit of direction with your deck building, a good option is to find some of your key cards. And key cards in this deck seem to be Game Designer. Okay, I think we might have disconnected there, but I will take 2 shields. Guys, we're flying. We're actually at 9. We bottomed out at 0 yesterday, but we are flying high at 9. Lots of players on. Getting instant queues. A lot of you here in the stream. Hope you're having a lovely Sunday. We are kind of coming towards the end of Next Fest, which is really sad. It's been a really fun week. It's been really nice to kind of talk to you guys, find out how you're getting on in the PC demo as well. Again, you can still find us in our Steam Community Hub, on our socials, on our Discord. All the links you'll find in the settings of the game. And you'll find our Steam Community Hub on our Steam page as well, which if you're watching on mobile will be below me in the stream in the links. And if you're watching on PC browser, it should be like right above my head, I think. Yeah, more rainbow, less dev. Yeah, I get the feeling that there's a few weaker links. In here. I might have to ditch Technical Artist. I'm sorry. I might have to throw that one away. It's not really doing a crazy amount for me right now. I mean, it's still like kind of giving me some. I don't have to pay the card because it's a draw ability, which is really nice. It means I don't actually have to play the card to activate the ability. But I think I might go for another rainbow option, which I'm really excited about. I think we have. What do we have? We have history, we have arts and culture, and we have life on land. So maybe we can look for some oceans. If anyone has any ideas of the cards we can use. We're kind of looking to keep it like new player friendly as well. So if you did have any options, let me know. Probably have a little browse ourselves as well. Okay, that's fine. We're taking the loss. Whenever I've played against a game dev deck, I generally try and win the first few rounds because they're not at their full potential. It's when they get towards the end they get quite strong. Okay, we're gonna go game designer. We can go. Yeah, we can play MLK here. That's fine. Fireship is a great option if you have it, but it's harder to find. Yeah, Fireship is a brilliant option, and I think because I want to throw in maybe like Testudo formation for MLK, but I think we'll go with the non-limited, not crazy value cards, mainly because I probably might not have them. Okay, game economist. Okay, programmer. We've learned that we kind of want to throw Programmer down whenever we can. Game Economist 2, Assassin Bug. Let's give them a bit of let's make them worry about their energy a little bit. Okay, yeah, so after this we'll go back to the drawing board and we're not doing too badly, but we'll go back and we'll see if we can enhance our deck a bit further, see if we can pick up some cards that are gonna like help us out, fulfill this rainbow requirement. Okay, Community Manager seems like a strong option for me right now, as well as Animator. Heimdall as an art and culture card? Yeah, we could actually throw Heimdall in actually, because then we can explain a little bit more about rainbow cards. That's a very good suggestion. Or the goose. The goose. We've been subject to egg decks. We've had a lot of losses against egg decks this week. People normally try to run at least 6 albums for game devs. Yeah, I think we'll slowly build the deck over the stream. We'll kind of like ease into it, and we'll kind of work out what cards we want to throw down, what cards we maybe don't want to take forward. We'll kind of see how we end up. But really cool to do some like community deck building streams, like take a deck that hasn't been like played too much. Game dev probably has been worked out quite a bit by now, but maybe if we have some more releases where we kind of bring out sets of cards, we can have a bit of a brainstorming session. I think that'd be really fun. But yeah, if you guys that have some game dev experience, which cards within the collection would you probably think to bench? I've got my eyes set on technical artists, but I don't know if that's actually a good move, because they seem to be like building a bit of power, and maybe I am putting too much into my hold cards if with producer and back-end engineer, but it seems to be doing a pretty good job actually. But the only problem with that, I'm not getting much out of my artist if I have 2 hold cards. I feel like because for artist, it's like for every non-game dev card in your hand, your game dev cards, whatever they are, gain 4 power permanently. So maybe we ditch the hold cards altogether and we try and go big for our artist. Okay, let's go for another nice turn, but we are doing well. This is definitely on the stronger side of the decks we've been playing with this week. We've taken a lot of L's. We've been absolutely demolished by a lot of our players. But we're actually running in some pretty good. I just play producer whenever, since it just per turn instead of 11 over 3 turns. It's a very good point actually. Yeah, definitely back-end engineer will be another one to keep in mind. And I guess like if I feel like I'm going to be winning, I can throw down back-end engineer and let it cycle back into my hand. That is a good shout. Yeah, because right now, back-end engineer is not doing much for me at all. That's a good shout. I've got a feeling I kind of want to do the same for director. I'm sorry, director, but my energy is fine at the moment. So maybe we go with, maybe we bench. Actually, but it is nice because I can generally play director for like for free. So we'll see what we can do. Let's have a little look. Let's do some brainstorming here. Let's go to decks. Let's edit. It's gonna be kind of clunky. Usually for PC, I recommend sort of like, you know, using the filters on the mobile version. If you want to like build your decks on the mobile and take it to PC when you're playing your games. Producer is worse than mine. Okay, let's bench producer. Let's see, because yeah, I would quite like back-end engineer as a backup. So where is producer? I can't actually see it. There we go. Okay, and then that kind of like frees up a hold card. So now we're looking for some options. Let's look for some options. Let's have a think. Okay. We're fine with energy. We could do oceans. Oceans or paleontology. So Sassenberg. What other collections am we have space as well. We have space. I mean, we could go with this. This is for every non-space card in your deck, give your space cards wherever they are 3 until played. It's gonna like work kind of well. Let's have a little look. I'm gonna throw in as a placeholder, guys, but one that I know everyone will have is Triceratops, which actually currently still has the dog in it. Though we do within Q, we do like to have a little bit of fun, and for a little treasure hunt, we for one of our crafted cards, we put in miniature dogs in the background of some of our cards, and our players had to hunt them down. And there was one. What was it? Oh, I can't remember. Was it Island? There was one that was really difficult to find, and it took ages. Yeah, we have code. We have quizzes that people can join into. We have a lot of treasure hunts. We hide emojis on the back of cards with redeem codes. There's plenty more to get involved in, and we also run a lot of community events in our Discord. So be sure to check out our Discord and also our Steam Community Hub, where we'll be running them too. We're looking forward to kind of like getting that going as we get towards the full launch. Okay, we'll hold that. We'll go data analyst. That'll do well. Oh, that's how you had to find the crafting for Moondog? Yes, Moondog, that was the card. So I think every season we release a crafted card, because in Q, not in the demo, but on the mobile version, and it will be in a PC version when we launch, we have crafting, where you can take cards as ingredients, put them into your crafting generator thingies, and craft new cards. Some of them have specific recipes in terms of the... Let's make sure we played that. Okay, that's fine. Some of them have specific ingredients, recipes, in order to craft specific crafted cards. And we usually have a bit of fun with it. We have games. So for the Moondog one, we had to hide a load of little dogs within the game on our cards. And I'll show you Triceratops when it comes back. But Triceratops was one. Right, we'll hold narrator designer. I'll throw back an engineer. I want it to come back a bit quicker, because I think we might be able to blast through these turns. Oh no, we did not do good. What did we do? We lost. Slightly problematic, but it's fine. Okay, I can't remember what we played. What did we play, guys? Okay, artists. I really want another non-game dev card in my hand before I play that. Because for this, when we play it, for every non-game card, non-game dev card in your hand, your game dev cards, whatever they are, gain 4 power permanently. I've got 2 now, so I've got Ghost from Arts and Culture. I've got Assassin Bug from Life on Land. So I'm pretty happy with how that's working. I'm going to play it now, and we'll just be wary of when that card will come back around. Okay, how are we looking? Okay, we can throw Programmer. This is fine. I'm happy to keep Ghost in my hand for now. The Holy Grail. That's going to be a bit of an ouch. Okay, guys, we really need to get it going. Ithaca, that was it. Yes, that was a really. I'll get it up after this game. I'll show everyone how difficult it was to find. When I saw it, I was like, "That's gonna be impossible." Let's. We don't really want Triceratops before anything else. Oh no! Here we go. Here is one of the dogs that we're talking about. We hid them in the game for our crafted thing. Missed the winners of the raffle. Is there a place where they announce? Oh, we announcing them in the Discord, but we did have our winners. Oh, my winners page. Let me get that up. We had Games for Dads. We had Flatlined. We had Zach6657, JHBS09, and Legend God Pro were our winners. So yeah, let's have a little look. So unlucky if you didn't quite grab a prize today, but we do run a lot of different events in our Discord channel, and if you tune into our streams and our content creator streams, they run a load of giveaways as well. So just keep your eyes peeled in the news for all of your to not miss out on anything. You don't need ghosts. No, I don't really need ghosts, do I? Maybe we can check out Heimdall next. Because I'm fine on energy. Energy is not really a problem. So let's go back to the drawing board. I did forget to say good game, great deck. Right, so we've kind of like discovered that energy isn't really a problem, and Ghost, it's a good card, good energy. I don't really need it right now though, so we opened up a slot for our arts and cultures. I will look at Heimdall. Another one that's like quite a nice card to aim for is Art Deco. Again, gives you a bit of energy, but also packs a little bit of a punch, so I could think about having that. Let's see if I can spell Heimdall. I can spell Heimdall. So essentially, what we're discovering with our game dev journey with the chat is that it works really well with the rainbow, and a very key card for the rainbow deck archetype is Heimdall. So on return, if at least 6 cards in your deck are from different albums, your cards, wherever they are, gain 30 power this round. I think for just to see how we go, we're going to throw this in. Heimdall is one of those cards that's a little bit more difficult to track down, but it's a really good one to aim for as it unlocks pretty much a new deck. But now we do have a requirement where we need 6 cards in your deck. So let's have a little think. 6 cards from different albums. So we currently have Arts and Culture, we have History, we have Life on Land, we have Science, and we have Triceratops. So one game dev is going to have to leave us. I'm thinking we go back and engineer. I'm just going to take the hold cards out for now, but we can go back with them if we want to. So now we have a space slot opened. Let's have a little think. I'm going to go with a card that I know that you guys will have and be familiar with. And it's going to be a draw ability. It's going to give us a little bit of energy, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think we'll go with Earth just for now, just because I know that there's lots of people that are going to have the card. So we've got space, we've got paleontology, we have science, we have life on land, we have history, and we have Heimdall. So I think we're looking pretty good. We swapped out some of our energy management, and we're going to have a little go with this. Now there are going to be some specific turns which are better to play Heimdall. So let's have a little play and see if we can get some tips in the chat on when is the optimal Heimdall play. I don't like the sound artist combo. Doesn't add much power to the rest of the cards. Yeah, that's true actually, because you're only getting 60 from it. So maybe if we feel like we're losing, we can throw sound engineer back in there. We'll go away with sound artist. And what was the other one? Narrative designer. We can maybe take those out and see what we can do with the rest of the game dev collection. But we're 10 shields, guys. We're going good. But no, it's been a lot of fun taking a new deck. I have not played game. I've heard a lot of game dev stuff. I've seen the cards, but I haven't actually like sat down and played with them in my own time. So it's been really fun, like playing and sort of building together. We'll have to do this more often. Okay, guys, when is the optimal time to play Heimdall? I imagine it's at the start of a round. Because the power buff that we get is going to last for the entire round. So I'm going to throw it right there for now. And we'll get that card back when we need it. Yeah, I think that should be fine. I think we're fine with that. I'm very happy with that. And it's a return ability, so this ability isn't going to activate until the turn has like almost concluded. So the card is about to come back to my hand. So there we go, the return ability. Okay, we're going to go. Yeah, we'll go direct content manager. I think that's going to put us in a good spot actually against the paleontology deck. Looks like Groundbreakers we're playing. We've sneaked ahead. This is a Heimdall round though, so we kind of really want to be making the most of that, and we do end up getting. Yeah, I can see why this is becoming a little bit, because we're having to like hold cards to make sure this narrative designer sound designer combo works, which maybe it isn't as optimal as we think. And it might even result in us. No, I think we've managed to get Earth going, and we've managed to hold on to that turn, which is good. Okay, we're locked. We're locked. Okay, so lock is another mechanic we have in queue. So we have lock and burn. Lock is going to lock our cards so we can't play them for a specific duration. So currently Loch Ness Monster has locked our cards, these cards, for one turn. So it's going to end and we're going to unlock these cards after the turn. You can also trigger an overlock. So once all 5 cards in your hands are locked, it's going to overlock and unlock them all. So essentially your opponent isn't going to be able to like kind of lock your hand and just mean you can't play cards ever, because that's not fun, is it? Okay. Tell you what, we'll kind of like keep sound design narrative designer together, and we'll delay the game designer cycling, but that's okay. I don't mind that too much. We're doing pretty well, but we don't want to let this Groundbreakers deck get out of hand. Okay, perfect. We get Triceratops. So now Artist is going to give us a bit more permanent power. Program is going to give me a big boost. It's not going to be quite enough. So I don't know whether to maybe think about throwing Triceratops and Assassin Bug and just kind of like throwing this turn. And maybe we can play Artist with like Heimdall. Actually, do you know what I should have done? I should have thrown Artist in there. That was a misplay. Kind of want to get Artists like running as soon as possible. You don't want to hold on to that. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Oh, we're doing Heimdall, which is very nice. That came at an opportune moment. So that kind of helps us out. Okay, I am going to throw Artist. I know I should have played it last turn, but we are going to throw it down now. Joe, try to change your bug to Fire Ant and try to Kalushe? I will try that. Hey everyone, hope you... Oh, I don't know if I have Kalushe actually. Hey everyone, hope you have a good Sunday. Drop by to say a quick hello and keep it cute. Hello Zen, thanks for tuning in. It's great to see you. Hope you have some time to play the PC demo before it leaves tomorrow. I know. We're all very sad to see it go. It's been a really exciting week. But we are looking forward to working towards full launch in hopefully April, which is like a month and a half away. Mid-April, month and a half. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you do still have any questions about the PC demo, or you do want to stay up to date on all the updates regarding Q on Steam. Be sure to stay tuned into our Steam community hub. We'll be letting you know everything going on. We'll be chatting about Qubit, answering your questions, taking on your feedback. So please hop in there and get chatting. You can find it on our Steam homepage. Okay, we did pretty well there actually. I'm quite happy with that. The demo is amazing. Somehow I win more there than in mobile. Yes, and you also get better win rates. You heard it here first. No, I'm joking. You don't. You might do. Who knows? Okay. Ouch, ouch, ouch. This is horrible. Yes, I'm going to ditch narrator designer next, and we'll get back-end engineer back into our deck. I don't really like, I don't like being held to the narrator designer sound designer combo. It doesn't add, like you said, it doesn't add much. Plus, it gets kind of clunky, especially when I keep getting locked. Yeah. See, now I'm in a bit of a slow burn of a round, but we might try and we'll get Heimdall back at the start of the next round. Oh, we're not going to get Artist. Oh, we got Artist back. Artist, perfect. Okay, let's play Artist. Let's do this. How is their energy? Their energy is looking kind of low, so they've only got 30 left. So I'm going to throw Assassin Bug now, which will hopefully, I say hopefully, cripple them. Cripple them in terms of energy. I'm not trying to be a monster or anything. How does it feel for you playing a game dev deck being a dev? Can you share? Yeah, so it's like we first, well, our live ops team made the game dev deck to like celebrate Q's 5th birthday on mobile. I think it was in October, and I think when well, here we go. This is the community. This is my card. I'm actually quite happy that my card is actually quite good. How much power does it actually give? It gives 10 permanent. But yeah, I think there was an initial like, wait, are we going to be on the cards? Like, oh my god, like we're going to have to get, they're going to have to look sharp for our photos. But no, it was a really nice celebration that whole week where we got to like chat to some of the team, got to do some community live streams as well. But yeah, it's quite nice. I was saying earlier, when I'm playing the game dev deck, I'm not thinking QA, I'm not thinking game economist. I'm actually, in my head, I'm thinking of the people that hold that role within the company when I play them. But I'm not going to like dox anyone or anything. But yeah, I'm thinking, I'm thinking their names. And then when I'm like, okay, maybe I need to drop the technical artist from this deck, I'm like, I'm so sorry, like, to our technical artist. Nothing personal. It's just how the game is. But there we go. Okay, we did manage to kind of like hopefully kind of make sure they didn't play cards, but this is our survival rules in full swing, so they run out of energy. So, but yeah, there's like some cards I'm like, do you know what? This card isn't gonna this card isn't doing what I want it to do for me, but I don't want to hurt someone's feelings, so I'll keep it in the deck. That's funny, yeah. It's good. That's how I feel when I'm playing the cards. I'm like, yeah, go. That's what I said. I want to know who has that role on the card back. Maybe that's something that we can do. I'll pass it on to the team. It might be quite funny to get like a bit of an Avid insight on the card back. Okay, we did pretty well. We were going to make some changes though. Let's make a change. What are we going to do? We're going to take away the narrative designer, which actually is probably one of the roles that we don't currently have in Q as such. So I don't feel too bad on that part. And what does that go with? That goes with sound designer, which I feel I feel harsh for taking sound designer out. That's one I would feel harsh, but actually I should have felt even worse for doing our back-end engineers dirty like that, because they literally, like, they are amazing. Like, whenever you run into any issues in the game, like, it's our back-end engineers that are getting us back up online, and they do it so quickly, and they're awesome. So yeah, I should have felt a little bit bad. Yeah, change it to Matamba. Do I have Matamba? I do. Nzinga. Okay, if this is the only history card in your deck, 8 of random non-history cards, yeah, that seems like a pretty nice addition. Again, we're looking to like go a little bit higher value here. So we're going to take out MLK, which is Martin Luther King is a really good option for new players. We are going to start sort of like building on the cards that we've got in here. Like Triceratops probably needs a bit of work, and so does the Earth. Oh yeah, before I go, it's Ithaka, isn't it? So we did this crafted card recently where you had to find little dogs within the game, and Ithaka, I hope I have the card. If I don't have the card, I do have the card. This was the one. This was the card that really I don't know if you'll be able to see. If you're on mobile watching the stream, you probably won't be able to see, but this little dog here caused our community like a meltdown in Discord. It was a good time. When I saw that, I was like, no one's going to be able to find that. It's got like 5,000 cards in the game, and we've hidden it. We've hidden little Dashund on a massive Greek island. But yes, okay, so we've taken out also Fire Ant, good in game dev. Let's see if we have Fire Ant. I'm pretty sure we'll have Fire Ant. Maybe not. We don't have Fire Ant. That's embarrassing. This is a dev account. This isn't a personal account. Some used Loch Ness in that deck, but I'm a suspect. Haha. Yes, we do have some mythics. Do we have any mythics on this actual account that would work? Or maybe let's show off. I think I have Unicorn on here. We do have Unicorn. Maybe we'll throw some mythic action in there for the last few games of the stream. You know, we've had a lot of new player options, so I hope that if you tune into the stream and you've just tried Q on PC, you've had your fill of like starter decks. But we'll probably take some of our premium cards for a little spin. I've not played. I don't know if Unicorn is the proper one to use for premium. Lightspeed as well. I don't have Lightspeed. Lightspeed would have been good. Lightspeed would have been so good. I have Theory. I don't have Theory. Do we have Planet? If your deck has 9 and 2 space cards, your space cards away there. If your deck contains 4 space cards, not really going to work. What other ones do we have? We have Bigfoot actually. Bogfoot, not Bogfoot. Okay, Primates. Now we'll throw in Unicorn and we'll see how we go. We need an Oceans. We need an Oceans. Or do we have... That's Oceans and Seas cards. Do we have Ark? I'm spending way too long on that. We have Ark of the Covenant. Oh no, we have a good history card. Oh, Da Vinci. Yeah, Da Vinci could be a good one. Wait, how many are we? We're not. Are we hitting the 1, 2, 3? Do I have this? I don't think I have. This is Riding the Waves. This is where we really need the. Okay, there we go. Thank you. We don't have that. I've been bit into that so much this week. But yeah, this is when the deck filters. You can see how it's a little bit clunky. Apple Snail. On this account, is it? It's not. It's not. That's unfortunate. My dev account doesn't have these cards. Right, so we've got paleontology, we have science, we have space, we have history, we have life and land, we have arts and cultures. Okay, we're still good. We're going to take this updated deck for a little spin. Let's see if this... we put back-end engineer. That's what we changed. We took out narrative and sound designer. So let's see how we go. But yeah, if you are tuning in, the chat, especially the Steam chat at the moment, has some really good options of cool cards to look out for. Oh, and also, if you're on, I'm not sure if we have curated decks in the PC version of the game, but we will have it when we launch the full version. If you want to go onto mobile to get your queue fixed whilst the demo won't be available until as we work on it for full launch, we have curated decks, which is a great place to get some inspiration, and it's also a really good place to find some of those cards that really make a deck tick, because there are a lot of cards in Cards Universe and everything, because there's a lot in the universe and everything. So that's a really good place to maybe find some limited legendaries that you can aim for. We also have deck codes as well. So if you want to be part of the community, our Discord community, it's a really simple way to try out different decks. And you can also, what's really cool, it's actually a new thing. This wasn't always the case, but you can save decks with cards that you don't have. So you can build the deck, you can like half complete it, but you can also put cards that you don't have in that deck and kind of have it as a bit of a wish list. So you can kind of have a project to build on, which is awesome. We have Joe available. I think we can copy. Oh, awesome. If it is in the PC demo, that's awesome. We'll check it out next. But I think deck codes might not be there. You have curated decks on demo. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so if you are looking to like browse some creations, check out the curated decks. I really wish I knew that before, because we could have I could have been putting people in that direction. I kind of thought they weren't. That's crazy. Okay, they have beautiful butterflies. I think we have a beautiful butterflies arena boost. So if they hold their cards, I'm gonna have a really bad time in round 2. Okay, let's just keep that. We're gonna get rid of Earth, and we'll not get rid, but we'll cycle QA through. But yeah, again, if you do have any feedback, please pop into our Steam Community Hub. You can find it on our Steam page. We will be answering questions. We'll be really wanting to hear your feedback and how you've been getting on with the PC demo. And it's a great place to keep updated as we move towards our global launch as well. So please check it out and get chatting. We have, I feel like half of the team is just in there, just like, it's so eager to talk to people about the PC demo. So please send them some love and yeah, give them some feedback, whether you like the game, whether you found any bugs as well. That's going to be really important as we kind of move forward. I'm holding artists for too long. I am still holding artists for too long. Yeah, here we go. So I'm getting bulldoze now because these cards are all getting 100 extra power. So if you're a new player and you are just playing a queue, getting into leagues for the first time, build to these round arena boosts. They are really good. Like, you don't actually have to build too much of a coherent deck. I think that's why it's helpful. We will maybe... Oh, what should we do here? We'll go artist, we'll go game design, we'll go unicorn. Because that's still 500, and it still keeps my buffs rolling. Yeah, I think that's okay. We're gonna lose, but that's fine. But yeah, it's a really good option for new players. I think that was the first thing I did when I played Q for the first time and started trying to progress through the league, is I built decks around these arena boosts. They change every week with our leagues, so do the energy rules. Okay, let's go Heimdall, Programmer and Content Manager. Let's have a good round with the Heimdall boost. We took a bit of a beating because they have a beautiful butterflies deck, and it was a beautiful butterflies round, sorry. So we'll see what we can do now. Game dev feels very good, and it feels much better than how we started the stream. So thank you everyone for all your suggestions. Again, I'd really like to do this a bit more often. It's been fun, like kind of like learning together, taking a deck that we've never played before, getting some help and some tips. Right, how are we looking? We are up by a decent bit. We'll go Matamba. Should we try and like? No, that's not good. Don't do that. We'll go data analyst. We don't want to throw. I don't think we will throw, but would we have been? Yeah, we would have been in big. Oh no, we would have been fine. Okay, that's okay. But it's whatever. It's whatever. Okay, right. We have community manager, backend engineer. Might not be needed. So we'll throw down community manager, technical artist, and director, and we'll see where we end up at the end of this turn. Because backend engineer, we need to be losing the round. Which, funnily enough, is going to be... Okay, we are. Okay, that's good. That's going to activate this turn start ability. So turn start abilities activate at the start of every turn, believe it or not. And they're really good to just sit in your hand and boost the rest of your cards as they come through. Okay, we will just go game designer, artist, animator for this, because I think we might have them on the ropes. But they're really going to have to go for it. So we'll see where we end up. If we are losing the round, it's okay because we have back-end engineer. Oh, that is perfect. That is calculated to a T, my friends. Because we are losing by 1, which gives me a bunch more power. We go programmer, content manager, which is like 3, 3, 2, and we go back-end engineer for 790. And I think it's going to be too much. What a game. I do love a butterflies deck. Well played. Okay, so Rainbow really brings game dev to life. Right, we've got a couple more games until we start wrapping things up. One thing to mention is that we announced the Big Shot raffle winners today. Stay tuned to the Discord. I'll give a ping to all the winners because you picked yourselves up 2,500 gems and a limited legendary card of your choice. For any more community events, we will be telling you about them in the news and on our socials and on our Discord and in our Steam community hub. So stay tuned and don't miss out. There's plenty of giveaways going on. It's great. It's actually a great way to kind of get hold of cards that you want. Dragon also good in game dev. Do I have Dragon? I might not. That's unfortunate. Dragon's a really cool card. Dragon was designed by one of our community mods, Dave Deadly. So shout out, Dave Deadly. We had a community event where we got our community to design the Dragon card, the ability, and then once we picked the final 5, I think it was, you guys also voted on the card on the winner. So it was a really cool community event. I think we also did that for the Weird Sisters as well. The Weird Sisters was a really good community event as well. I think we were really up for running them in the future as well. So yeah, Dragon's a really cool card. What was I going to do? I was going to do something. But yeah, throughout Next Fest, we have been giving away free cards. So if you have just started your queue journey, turn the Valve Cove. It's going to be a really good option because that's going to give you 20 cards. That's just going to take your tutorial decks to the next level. Give you some really good deck building options. Some pretty strong cards actually in there as well. I kind of like I've redeemed it, but I was cycling through them. I was like, oh, these are actually pretty good. So it's good for like older players as well. But if you input the turn the Valve code into our game settings, where you find Q codes here, you can go turn the Valve for 20 cards. We also have had some Next Fest cards releasing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we had Next Fest 1, 2, and 3. And you can input them to pick those up. I think today we've got Lord Gaben himself gracing us with his presence on queue. So that's for our Android and PC users. For iOS, there's a slight workaround. We can't have on the iOS version of the game, we can't have the Q codes in the game settings, but we've hidden them. We've hidden them for you, specifically for you guys on iOS, behind cards such as Ionic Column. If I scroll down at the bottom here, you can get to the redeem code here. You can also do that on Pacific Gull as well, I believe. Right here. You can hop into our Discord if you need help finding more cards, or if you just need like a little bit of a rundown on how to do that. But we don't want you missing out. So hop into the game settings, for Discord, and it's also in the settings. You also find how to reach us in terms of our support team. Our support team are amazing. They'll be able to help you out with any sort of technical or account issues, so please get in touch, and also get in touch in our Steam community hub as well. Okay, let's get into another game. Let's see if we can get this to maybe, well, we've got time for 2 more games before we got to wrap things up. So let's just keep going. Let's keep going. We've got a pretty strong deck now. We're pretty good. Will you guys add optional bigger fonts and all in the PC version so it could be easier to see? Yeah, that's another big bit of feedback we had. Like some of the, the cards in the collection view are quite small. The cards in the game are quite small, and obviously like visibility wise. So we'll be taking all that on, because when you bring a mobile game to PC, you should be able to see everything a bit more clearly, if anything. So yeah, I imagine there will be the collection view will look different, obviously, and we'll also be taking on everyone's feedback with readability on cards and things like that. So there will 100% be changes. It's still in the demo version, so still needs a bit of refining and tweaking. I didn't know that you can type the code there. I always go to the Rose card. Yeah, there's a few of them. I think everyone that is on iOS mobile on Q, I feel like has their own card they go to. But yeah, for me it's Ionic Column. Oh, Natural Monuments and P.T. Barnum. Oh, it's going to put us to the test, I think. Okay, let's get animated down quickly. Let's get to Community Manager, because Content Manager gives us more power the more game dev cards we have played. So let's get all our game dev cards down. Hey, backend engineer is going to be really good for us here. We could be like, yeah, we'll chalk this this round. In fact, I'm going to throw Assassin Bag out there just to kind of yeah, we'll go with Game Economist because that buffs our cards wherever they are until played. So if I'm going to throw this round, it gives me an edge going forward. They have Door to Hell as well. If you're looking for a deck that has a lot of good cards, this opponent has that. Okay, we're going to be put to the test here. Okay, Heimdall came at an opportune time, so let's go Heimdall, Programmer, and Content Manager. I'm happy with that. We could play Zynga, but I don't like the 74 power. I don't think against this opponent. I feel like we really need to get an early round in to kind of stay in it. Alrighty. Backend engineer is not going to trigger, but I do have Da Vinci with Data Analyst, which is quite nice. So we'll keep Matamba there for now. Sorry. Okay, we will be able to play. Okay, I think they're kind of managing things, so we're gonna throw Matamba down with Artist. Okay, this is going well. We'll also go Game Designer as well. We'll just keep that drawing as often as possible. Heimdall in round 3, turn 3. Okay. Right, okay. Thing with Unicorn, if I'm gonna have Unicorn, I need to kind of play it when it draws, so let's just throw it there. Community Manager's good, and Animator will work fine right now. Okay, I really want to win this round, because then it kind of gives me a bit of breathing room to kind of take it easy and make sure I get a good hand going for these last 2 rounds. But we'll see if we can like just keep up the pressure. Which I think we're going to be able to do. We are doing a lot better with our energy, which is nice to see. And Earth comes in. I think Artist is coming back soon, so I think we'll chance it, and we'll really try and make sure that their energy goes nowhere. Okay, we got away with one actually. But we did take that round. I think we get Heimdall back now. And Heimdall's a really good round buffer. There we go, there's Heimdall. We're going to throw down. I'm going to throw down back in Engineer because I kind of think I'm going to be winning. Famous last words. I'm going to be drawing. Oh no, that's fine though. Okay. I don't lose anything from that, so that's all good. But Heimdall gives 30 power to all my cards, which is going to be amazing. Right, good. Game designer, Da Vinci, data analyst there, and we'll finish with artist and a couple of non-game dev cards might cycle into our hand. Although I could have done it with Da Vinci, that would have been good as well. Yeah, I saw the green and I was like, they're all the same. Okay, but it's still looking good. We would have had a bit more, but God, game dev feels so nice to just throw down cards. The emotes and chat bubbles seem to be bugging a little bit on my Steam version. I couldn't use my events chat like the Great Unknown. Have you experienced? Yeah, so like it kind of cuts off a little bit. And if you can't see anything at all, if you like cycle back through, maybe not even that. Maybe I think you can still access your frequently asked questions. It seems to be fine like on your first game in your like game session. Seems to work fine. But yeah, that's definitely a little bug. And the emotes, the emoji taunts are absolutely huge, which I quite like. But yeah, but no, thank you for raising that. Okay, we're looking like we're heading into the last game of our stream today. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. It's been really fun. We've kind of taken a deck that we haven't played too much of in Q, and we have taken some key suggestions. We've learned how the deck plays, and we've been throwing in some cool cards into there. So thanks everyone for the suggestions, and thank you for tuning in. Let's see if we can end on a high. If we can find an opponent. But yeah, if you've missed any of our content throughout Next Fest, we will be rerunning it back on our Steam page. So if you want to have us in the background whilst you're playing through Q, that will be awesome. We have a really fun developer Q&A that we did on Wednesday, which was a lot of fun. Loads of spoilers, absolutely loads of spoilers. I think we spoiled like everything that's coming up. Like there was like, we were saying things that I was like, wait, this is happening? I didn't even know about this. So that was a great one to check out. You can find that on our YouTube page. You can also find it on our videos tab as well. So be sure to get in touch. It seems you build a good deck now, Dev. Yeah, we've been... for the last stream of Next Fest, we decided to build a good deck. But it's been fun. We had some fun with Prominent Painters, Superstructures, and Shake Up the Systems. It was a bit of a grind, but it's really nice to kind of use those new sort of new player friendly decks. I kind of wanted to get those in as much as possible. I really like playing with those decks anyway. Is this what am I doing here? This is okay. We'll do this. We'll do this. 16 shields. I know who beat me. There's still time. You still got like 19 hours left. Still 19 hours left. Right. Let's see how we get on. Okay, Unicorn, I only have 77 extra points for that turn, so I'm going to play Unicorn straight away. I'll play it there, because I don't know if I'm all that chuffed. Okay, Animator needs to be played once until it kind of comes into its own, and we are like 100 down already, so I'm going to throw it down. I could play a better... If we lose by like 70, then it would have been a misplay. But I think they're gonna... Yeah, I think... Oh my god, that's a crazy card. Love this card. If your deck contains 7 or more oceans and seas cards, your cards in hand gain 42 power this turn. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for the support throughout Next Fest. It's been an absolute blast seeing like everyone enjoy the PC demo. We'll still be active in our Steam Community Hub until the PC launch, which is going to be mid-April, hopefully, fingers crossed. So please, please, please continue to leave feedback. We'll continue to keep you updated with like community events, what's happening with our development roadmap schedule as well. So please, please, please hop in there, and we will still be in there answering your questions and taking on your feedback. But yeah, we're going to have a little bit of downtime where Q's not going to be on PC, and I'm going to be super sad. I don't want that to be a thing. But we are on mobile, so if you have enjoyed playing Q this week, you can still get your Q fix until we get the full PC version in your hands by installing us from your respective app stores. Right, okay. Let's have a little look. What am I doing here? I kind of want to get. I don't want to use. Actually, I can use Earth because I'm up 380, so no need to really go mad. And I'll save Heimdall for the next turn. Next round, sorry. Okay. How do we want to play this? Okay, we go Heimdall, I think. I've got a round. Do I play Matamba? I don't think I do. We'll see. This is like a long run good card, but short term not as much power. So I'm going to play Data Analyst. It's going to give Director a bit of a boost as well, which is quite nice. Because if we're like playing Heimdall and Matamba, we're like sacrificing quite a lot of power, but it's going to like really help us in the long run. Okay. Okay, so we've played Animator already. Let's go in for Matamba now, because then I don't want to play Backend Engineer, because like I said, the turn start cards are kind of like they're cards you want to keep in your hand because they do work without playing them. But I can always play that if this Matamba play puts me in a sticky situation, which I don't think it's going to. So that's going to be a nice thing. I was pressing the play button at the same time so we could match, but the game matched me with the rank 6 league globally this week. Yeah, there are some absolute monsters in the leaderboards this week, which is really cool to see. But yeah, I'm really well. Obviously, like the demo it's been such a good effort, like an awesome effort by the team. But I was a little bit sad when the friend games weren't there. I was like, I can't play against the people that are watching. Because we normally do, with our mobile version, we do a lot of streams where we kind of play against our players as well, and like do giveaways and things like that. So I was sad, but like the demo has just like been so much fun to play, and it's been fun just like queuing games. But definitely like when we get towards like the PC launch, we'll be doing loads and loads more streams, loads and loads of community events. So that you've got all that to look forward to. Okay, I think this might be like somewhat of a victory lap, maybe. Game dev has like delivered today. I knew from you guys that it's strong. And it is, well, it's definitely stronger than my Shake Up the Systems. I still want to beat Game Dev with Shake Up the Systems. It will happen one day. Can't wait until mid-April. I know it's going to be really, really fun. Yeah, so we'll keep you updated on all our socials and news items. So It's gonna. I feel like it's gonna be one of those things that just it goes really quickly, and April will come around, and we're like, okay, we are actually releasing globally, and we'll have trading fusions. You'll be able to go into the store to like spend the gems you've been earning this week. It's gonna be a really good time, and I can't wait. There we go. We have our final win, and I think this week for next fest we set ourselves dragon, which we achieved. And we ended up on 18 shields. And I think I need to hit about 50 shields in order to get into the exclusive cosmetics. So maybe once we've kind of like had a little bit of a rest, we can queue some more games tomorrow to see if we can hit that threshold. But we're gonna be wrapping up the stream there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the support this week. It's been absolutely awesome to be like playing along with you guys, and thank you for the wish lists so far. It's been amazing to see all the wish lists and the support from our community. Again, you can catch everything to do with Q and to do with the lead up to our full PC launch in our news items here. You can find us on socials, which you can find links to in the game settings here, and you can also find all the information on our Steam community hub. So please leave your feedback. If you found any bugs, let us know. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you very shortly as we head into a brand new week of Resurrection Season next week, and be prepared for some spoilers about Season 11. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I will say have a lovely Sunday. Enjoy the PC demo while it's still here. And yeah, keep it cute, guys. Keep it cute. Thank you for tuning in.